Hey everybody, Anthony Alfredo here, sitting on my SimSeats driving simulator, this new one that I recently assembled for my dad as a surprise for Christmas. Shout out to SimSeats for helping make it possible, as well as D-Box Technologies. They hooked it up with a complete four actuator system for this rig, and SimSeats actually built a motion platform that pairs up with them very nicely. The assembly was super easy, it was seamless. Definitely check out my video that's coming out regarding the installation process and how to set up the D-Box haptic system. But today, more importantly, I'm going to show you how it actually works and some of the cool features. And you're going to see me on my webcam moving around in this thing because I'm going to experience the weight transfer of the race car, the yaw, the wheel spin and traction loss, all kinds of cool things like that. And I actually have the D-Box Game Center open with the iRacing motion code settings because it works flawlessly with whatever a game or sim you're on. So in this sense, the iRacing motion code settings allows me to adjust different types of characteristics and haptics of the platform and the actuators themselves. So I want to mess with them today and find out what this simulator is truly capable. This full, intense legend package built by SimSeeds, and of course, like I said, with the adding in a whole new aspect with the D-Box actuator system is going to make for incredible experiences on iRacing, and of course for a real life driver like myself, be able to learn more about the tracks, like the actual bumps and how the tracks feel, how the cars drive, and honestly just make the most out of what iRacing has to offer. It's already such a realistic service, but to be able to get on and have a simulator with such great equipment like a SimSeats driving simulator, and then to have the haptics from the D-Box, will really allow me to make the most out of it and make the difference between just having fun on the sim and using it as an actual training tool. So today we're going to hop in here at Dover. I figured this is probably one of the best tracks for us to try this at, knowing that there's a lot of weight transfer entering the corner. From my real life experience at Dover, I know you drive into the corner, you drop down actually 30 stories, the 30-foot drop into the corner. Right now, I'm starting on 80% of the main level for the motion code settings. And then all the haptics are in here, and I can adjust them individually. So we're going to leave everything at baseline. The only thing I have off is the engine vibration and I think the skid vibration. But we're gonna mess around. We're gonna see how it all feels as is. And like I said, Dover is probably the perfect place for that because of the the big weight transfer entering the corners and even exiting, and of course the wild loads you experience in the corner. You pull quite a few G's in the corner at Dover, and right now I'm already feeling a little bit of bumps here on the apron, so I'm excited to get on track full speed. This is arguably one of my best tracks on the service. Oh boy, here we go. So I figure this is another good one just for me to experience it because I'm pretty competitive here on iRacing and I enjoy racing here. So to add in this whole new aspect to the sim is going to be cool. Here we go. This is. I have. Hold on a second. I need to appreciate this for a whole lap. Let me focus up here. Can you see how much I'm shaking on corner entry? That's exactly how it is in real life. This is a first take, too, guys. I haven't made any laps yet. This is unbelievable how realistic this feels. Coming out of the hole when the car lightens up right there, and the transfer of weight right there, entering the corner, and how rough it is on landing, especially with the rigid ride of the NASCAR Cup Series car. Laying down some pretty good laps, too, I think. This feels incredible. What a cool experience this is. Oh my goodness, this is nuts. Even the traction loss right there, I felt quite a bit of. Oh, I gotta shut the reference car off. I don't want that. All right, I want to see what the middle of the track feels like and stuff. There's a little bit less weight transfer there. It's weight. Oh, when I hit the wall, this thing shook like crazy. Hang on, I don't want to like drive in head on because I'm scared to with the motion it's gonna knowing that it feels like that. I don't want to hit it too hard, but I do want to give it a little bump and see what happens. Right here, we'll get it. Yep, that's exactly how it feels like in real life, actually. Yep, the way the car slaps the wall like that. You see me shake? That is, and that. Unfortunately, I have experienced that in real life, so I can compare. That is wild. So I actually right there, and then hang on. I want to get to my far chase camera. So right here, the way the car bounces off the wall and kind of hops, it replicated that perfectly. And then now we go down into turn 3, bounce off the wall here. See, slap the wall, and the platform with these action and there, and then of course the head-on collision. That's a lot of weight transfer right there. But when I hit right here and the car slapped the wall with the right rear and then the right front like that, that's what happens in real life, especially when you're yawed out. And the platform actually replicated that. It didn't just like bounce; it actually slipped and hit it like that. And that's what's so cool about the D-Box technology is, from what I've been learning about it and reading about, and of course, actually putting this together and assembling it myself. I've tried to become as familiar with it as I could before getting on, and now I'm understanding why it's so cool and so realistic. And number one, it's electric, it's not hydraulic, which is even more impressive to me that it feels this great and responsive and realistic. But it's a haptic system. It's not restricted to solely motion, and that's why all these adjustments here I want to mess with here in a second are so cool, because it's all these different characteristics of them you can adjust to fine tune to your liking. But of course, it gives you the ultimate feel and the most realistic feel. The other thing is iRacing recently added wall proximity in one of their newest updates, and I believe we should probably go to Homestead to try it. Yep. Oh, I can't get over how real that feels. It makes me want to be a whole lot more careful on iRacing now, knowing that I'm actually going to get shaken around when I hit something. The wall proximity, I'll probably be able to feel it a little bit more as well. But I'm trying to clip the apron. Yeah, so when I clip the apron, I even feel it lifting up on the left side, and the car freeing up because it's getting de-wedged when I do that. The car's freeing up. I'm feeling it de-wedge, turn more, get a little loose, as we like to call it. We'll go down here into turn 3. That's unbelievable how rough it is on landing. And that's exactly how it is in real life. That's the coolest part. So right there, I'm spinning. I'm feeling it yaw out. Now I'm going to hit the wall. Oh, that's crazy. This is so cool. I want to load up a couple different tracks and try it out, but I don't think I could ask for a better first impression and video for you all experiencing this firsthand, and obviously sharing what this feels like in a stock car in iRacing, and just having this whole new aspect of iRacing, really, and just making the most out of the service and being able to appreciate how realistic the simulation is with something like this. And like I said, for anyone on the service, it's, I think, a huge advantage because you have that much more feel out of the car, and that's something we'll get to later. But on top of that, for me, I mean, just to have that as a training tool, and see how the car de-wedge got a little sideways right there and right there again, and to feel that is unique, because when you don't have the haptics, you find yourself trying to compensate for that and compensate for that lack of feel. So to actually be able to experience that firsthand and have that added sense of realism is super special. I think another thing that's often overlooked is the fact that this is engaging all of your senses. It's tying your eyesight and your hand-eye coordination, as well as just your overall feel and sensation in the seat, together, so that you have the ultimate experience and can make the most out of, like I said before, what iRacing has to offer. So definitely check out D-Box Technologies, and huge shout out to them for supplying me with this 4 actuator system, so I can not only become a better race car driver off the track on the sim, but become a better real life racer on the track by having their technology to help practice and get better. And during times like these with the pandemic and not being able to, unfortunately, have practice or qualifying in real life, this is going to be a game changer for me. I think I'm going to be able to learn a lot more about these tracks and the cars that I'm driving, and just overall have a great time, produce even better content for you all on YouTube, on my Twitch stream, and all my other social media platforms. So thank you all for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed it, and there'll be a whole lot more on the D-Box technology and my SimSeats driving simulator. Thanks for watching. Bye.